Howdy, partners in living on this planet at this particular time. It's your very loud in real life host, Bridget Dinahan, here to welcome you back and ease you into John's second episode. In his first installment, we talked about fashion, sports fandom, and being a touring musician. This one here focuses heavily on fragrance, and none of us are mad at it. Want to know where to spray your perfume or the difference between an accord and a note? Or just like listening to random people geek out about stuff they love? Get yourself some John. Well, I mean, I think it's part of, we talk about this a lot on this podcast too. Part of awareness is an exercise in gratitude too, right? So just noticing like, oh my gosh, for you and we have working mobile bodies, just being in gratitude for the simple things. I think maybe a building next to us was just being demolished because the floor rumbled.
Earthquake.
This is speaking of rumbling, this is a perfect time you want to check the cameras and make sure they're still working.
They're still going.
Okay, you got eyeballs
I see the
on
blinking
them?
light.
Okay, good. Well, who knows? Because I think we saw blinking lights.
Yeah, it is red. So I'm like, does that mean bad or does that mean
No,
good?
I think we're good. Okay, so we've talked about your earlier music career. We've talked about football. We've talked about fashion, one of my favorite topics. And I want to talk about scents.
Yep.
My first question for you is, what the fuck are you wearing today?
I am wearing Reflection 45 by Amouage.
Tell me about it.
It's
yummy.
It's one of my favorite fragrances of all time. It's a very fresh, woody, spicy, herbal, like kind of scent. It smells like. Kind of smells a little like an unapproachable person a little bit to me when I wear it.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, that's not the vibe I'm trying to put out.
Of course.
But it's just it smells like
it's not subtle, but it's not overpowering.
Yeah, it's kind of one. It's like you can wear it all year round. I want to say you can wear anything you want all year round. But
you can do anything you want in this life.
Yeah, and with fragrance, there's no rules. But I think when you have a collection, I've been collecting since I was 15. So I'm like, it helps me decide what I'm going to wear. Like, is this something that is fitting for warmer weather, colder weather? With
this one, do you think it is a colder weather fragrance or is it...
I think it's
year-round.
I think it's great for any time of year. The only time I probably would not reach for it is like summer days.
Okay.
Like really high heat.
Where do you put your fragrance on? Do you put it on your body or on your clothing?
A little bit of both, but a lot of the times on my skin.
And where do you put it?
So I spray more concentrated in less places.
Okay.
So like I'm not one, some people will listen to this and think, don't do more than one spray or more than two sprays.
I love that there might be fighting about where you spray a fragrance. Let's start that fight because we should be talking about it.
Well, I think historically, people don't want to be overwhelming or like they don't want to be...
Or offensive.
Yes. And I think a lot of the times, like, historically, people are spraying Bath and Body Works or Tag or, like, you know what I mean? Like, cheaper fragrances, and there is nothing wrong with that. Mass-produced fragrances. And there's nothing wrong with that because, like, I'm not a snob in that way. I'm a snob for what I wear just because I can be kind of selective with what I want to wear. But if it makes you confident, wear it. It doesn't matter how much it costs or whatever.
Absolutely.
But I think that there are certain ingredients that are more commonly used in mass-produced fragrances that are...
They're mass appeal.
But there's things like, like amber woods or certain things that smell like Macy's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Amber, well, I think we talked about this when we met. Amber is such a conversation piece because what's become my signature fragrance that I don't talk about, which I told you
Yes,
when we met, is an amber base. But it's a surprising amber to me because to me, certainly in the last 15 years, amber has been the thing.
Yeah, I love it.
Right?
I love amber.
It is beautiful as a base, but I find as a sniffer, like I'm getting tired of that being the thing. But I digress. I do want to hear where you spray and why.
Yes, and I want to make a quick distinction there. Like amber woods and then amber or an accord of amber like benzoin, olibanum, labdanum.
Yes.
Because amber does not have a smell. Natural amber. They don't
Shut up, John.
Yeah, if it is in perfume, it's a fantasy accord. Yeah.
A fantasy accord.
They make like typically they'll use resins that do have smell, like naturals that have that, and if you
it's
use
a created
yes. If
accord.
you use bergamot or lavender, that is a note. Because you can get or rose. If you're using natural rose, that's a note. If you see leather or amber, that is an accord, meaning they're using a few different things to get the feeling of amber or the feeling of leather.
All this time I've been interested in fragrance. And when I say I'm interested, it is fascinating to me. And I'm always down to talk about it and smell things. I do not, as of yet, know the difference between a note and a chord until today.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. Okay, I don't want to miss this. Where do you spray your fragrance? And then we'll go back.
I always will spray in the dips of my collarbones.
Okay.
Before I put my shirt on.
Do you have any on your wrists?
I don't.
Okay. I did smell it on you when you came.
Well,
now that we're talking, when you came down the hallway and we were standing in close proximity, that's when I smelled it. And then when we were walking. So, okay, continue.
So I'll spray in the dips of my collarbones. I may spray on my arms like in the summer when I have a t-shirt on with no sleeves. But generally, like in the wintertime, I'm typically wearing a jacket. I'm wearing a hoodie. Like I wash my hands a lot, you know? So I'm like, I typically don't spray my wrists. Not that it's a bad place to spray.
Yeah.
I kind of like it being very present, but I like it kind of also being in my space. I talk with my hands a lot. I also wear very potent fragrances. So if I put it on my wrist and I'm talking with my hands a lot, it's just throwing that fragrance out.
I don't ever wear fragrance on my wrist either for that reason. And it's funny that you bring up the arms because it is winter. I am covering my inner elbows, but that's where I sprayed it. Same reason. I think we touched on this when we first met. I have a nose. It's very sensitive. I don't want to be overwhelmed by my own fragrance, nor do I want to overwhelm
other people. Yeah. I think spraying more in less places is a good thing. I think for women, spraying in your hair is a really great option because
I've never once done that. I've never thought of it. Okay.
So especially if it's like a higher oil concentration, there's alcohol in every fragrance.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to have a tip for the ladies here in a second.
Lay it on us.
It's not going to dry out your hair. You're not soaking your hair in perfume.
Oh, sure. And also hairspray much.
Hairspray is way worse for your hair than spraying like
your hair dryer girls.
For sure.
Yeah.
But this is
I'm gonna do that. I've never done that.
Yeah, it'll even, especially if you have something that's not very potent or won't last very long. Spraying in your hair can be great to kind of like that. Your hair's gonna lock in that fragrance.
Okay.
Same with your clothes. Like your clothes can, I get a little bit of my clothes, a little bit of. That's why I spray my collarbones before I put my shirt on
because it's getting on
my skin, which is kind of where you see the development of a perfume from top notes, middle notes, base notes. But your clothing can help just lock in that fragrance. So
see, historically as well, I have always been a person that when I came into your boutique, Refinery, East Nashville again, And we want to link you when we post this too,
Cool,
if that's
thank you.
okay. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for having such a great space for the people. I lost my train of thought just for a second.
Spraying.
Oh, spraying. So when I met Lyric and they were helping me shop, I was very specific. I tend, and when I talk about femininity and masculinity, I mean stereotypically, like, listen, there's room for whatever you want to do. I tend toward stereotypically masculine scents on my body because I like sweet, but if I wear sweet, it gets so cloying and disgusting.
Yeah.
I've even tried a couple and my daughter is like, ugh, you smell like a pie. You smell like cotton candy. It just, other women can wear it. I cannot.
For sure.
I can wear a fresh on my skin and a woody or a resinous, right, on my skin. But most everything, I spray it on my clothing because apparently my body chemistry is disgusting because I don't tend to like
What's coming off the skin.
what comes off the skin. And I envy people like my husband, not a funky person. His body, like his armpits don't smell.
Yeah.
I smell like a truck driver. So I'm very potent.
Yeah.
But I love that, like, he wears something and it smells like it does out of the bottle.
Right.
He's such and of course I love we can get into this too, like natural body chemistry and how like your partner smells, for me, it's how my child smells. Like there's nothing like it. It's like drugs. The smell of the top of her head.
Yep.
When it's dirty, like literally 2 days without washing her hair is like drugs to me.
I know. I love my wife's scalp smell.
Yeah. It's so intimate.
Yeah, it is. And it like
Primal.
it is. And it's it's like a weird comforting. It has to do something to our brains.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, ooh, this is, I think because it's intimate, it almost is like this comforting experience.
It's it's amazing like how it builds what we're attracted to. And I don't mean that in a sexual sense, like who we feel at home with is what I mean.
Totally.
You know, your friends are in that category too, or just like, when people smell really good. Okay.
Maybe this is more on me, but I don't have any friends that I would smell their scalp. Is that weird? Maybe.
I don't think I necessarily have smelled my friend. Yeah.
Come here, Colton. Let me get that scalp.
Let me have that scalp.
He's got too much product in to smell his scalp anyway. Me too, though. Same cloth. But I think spraying on clothes is great. And I think too, like this is a lot of people kind of have this experience where they'll smell a fragrance on somebody and then they will smell it on themselves and not think it smells good on them. But there is a little bit of you're experiencing it in a different way when you wear it.
Yeah.
And I have found that it is proximity to where it was sprayed. If I'm wearing a fragrance, perfume can smell different in the air coming off of somebody than it does. Like typically we will spray perfume on, most people spray it on and go, I don't like it. Doesn't smell good on me. It's not maybe necessarily that it doesn't smell good on you. And that can happen. Don't get me wrong. I've smelled things that don't smell the way they should. So I like to smell people. If you don't mind a stranger smelling your skin, I'd love to smell it because I want to make sure like kind of smells the way it was intended. To. And it might smell a little different than intended, but it still smells good, or it maybe goes a direction that isn't great.
Yeah.
But I find that like you experience perfume way differently right up. You're getting a lot of
action.
Elements. Yeah, you're getting a lot of elements, especially in those base notes. They're not as diffusive as top notes. So you're never going to see bergamot as a base note because it's too light of a molecule. It's diffusive.
Give us a quick 411 on top, base, middle for the good people.
Yeah.
Just because we're here for a little education today. Need fresh content like social and web assets, copywriting, and more? Visit freshconsumables.com.
For sure. I mean, some fragrances are quite linear. Like you don't experience an evolution as it dries.
Correct. We call that the dry down, right?
For sure, exactly. As it dries down, it might smell quite similar to the way it does when you first sprayed it. That's a linear perfume. And the top, middle, and base notes are kind of just coming together to be one picture, like pieces of a puzzle. But sometimes, and these are my favorite fragrances to wear, when they're very potent and they last for 10 hours or more, but they evolve over time. Top notes are typically made of lighter elements, like citruses. A lot of fragrances, even if they don't list it as a note, do have citruses in the top, just because like something like bergamot is very
It's a first impression.
appealing to the nose. So perfumers can use that to kind of like make a great first impression. Top notes are lighter, and so they evaporate quicker than middle and base notes. Middle notes could be, herbal elements.
Okay. And we're talking like, is that like 15 minutes in where you're getting more of that?
It's a case by case basis. Yes. Some openings or top notes last for a very long time. Some you smell those kind of bright citruses 6 hours later.
Yeah.
But I think in a perfume that evolves, those citruses maybe will evaporate a little bit. Not that it doesn't lose its freshness, but it's not as apparent or bright as it was when you first sprayed it on. Then ideally you want the top notes to evaporate and kind of like reveal the heart notes. And then those heart notes to evaporate a bit and calm down a bit and then reveal the base notes. So perfumes are constructed differently. They react differently on people's skin. So it does vary. I think that's why it's fun to like play around and try new things on skin to see what happens.
Do you ever mix fragrances? I've met a few people in my life that blend like, oh, I'm wearing this and this. And I'm like, you are a wild person.
I don't layer fragrances.
Yeah, that's not my gag.
There's nothing wrong with it. Like but it has to work.
Yeah.
I've had customers come in and I will just be honest with them. Like, oh, what about this layer? They'll hand me something. I'm like, yeah, that smells like a complete fragrance. Like they work well together.
Yeah.
Sometimes they absolutely don't. And it comes across like muddied and like a jumbled like it smells messy. It doesn't smell like refined or complete.
Yeah.
So I think when a perfumer makes a fragrance, like ideally it's just a complete perfume like that. And I kind of love the idea of like, okay, if I'm spending a certain amount of money on a fragrance, I don't want to have to be enhancing this with something else.
Sure.
But if you're trying to find your own thing, then great. There is a method that if I'm going to layer, I would do. It's called the sword and shield method, where it's like an old French method, and you spray the lighter, more vibrant fragrance on your arms, and then the darker, heavier fragrance on your chest or close to the body.
Okay, never heard that my whole damn life.
So like we talk with our hands. So I'm talking with my hands, and they get something really kind of fresh and bright when they're about this distance.
But then if you're going to hug me, you're getting something different.
Something a little heavier, a little darker. I think ideally they still work well together. But in my opinion, if you're going to layer, I think something with contrast is great. Like something like sweet and then something dry, something very woody and then maybe something very fruity. Okay. I think like having that contrast, I think makes for a better layer than two sweet fragrances or two citrus fragrances. Then it kind of is like, whoa, it's too much of one thing.
So like a ton of good hot tips. Just going back, you said your tip for women is try the hair. Try the hair,
but one thing I learned from a perfumer who has a brand that I highly respect. He was doing. I sat in on a in person in New York. I sat in on a class or a talk that he was giving, and a lot of people will spray their pulse points because that's where you want to spray in places that warm up on the body. But man, it kind of broke my brain a little bit, and I think a lot of people in the room were like, "Whoa!"
Talk to me.
Every perfume, no matter the oil concentration, has alcohol in it, some form of alcohol or level of alcohol. Alcohol is an astringent. This skin here on your neck is some of the thinnest on your body. Oh. Our necks age faster than any part on our body. Oh, yeah.
It's happening right now for me
well,
over
it's
here.
Like, you look at people like, you look at people in Hollywood. It's like, man, oh my God, their faces are just no wrinkles, whatever, but maybe on the neck.
Look at the neck. The neck tells no lies.
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. It tells the time.
Yeah.
So to avoid spraying in this triangle here.
Okay.
And for women from the neck area down to the décolleté area.
Yes.
It's very thin skin here.
It is delicate.
So I think a better place to spray, and I would agree with it, is on the collarbones outside of that area.
Okay.
On your hair is great. Mm-hmm. In the summertime, if you're wearing shorts or a skirt, your ankles is a great place because
that's old school. That's like mom and grandma would say, like the ankles.
100%. I have not done it personally because I always wear long pants. Yeah. Even in the summer. If you catch me in shorts, I'm at home.
But me too.
Like, I think, for women, if you have your legs or your ankles exposed, like you're walking. Like some people might not talk with their hands to kind of throw that perfume out, but everybody walks. Yeah. And God willing.
Or you meet someone and you're like, I'm sorry, I have to karate kick near your face so that you can smell it.
Yeah, check this out.
Check this out.
You want a roundhouse kick to the face while I'm wearing this fragrance? I don't think so. I think, you can play around with it. Like you can have, that is, I think, such a beautiful thing about perfume. There's no rules.
There aren't.
There's no discrimination. It's just like it doesn't matter what you look like, what you believe, your personality. Like if you are into perfume.
It doesn't matter your gender identification, something really refreshing.
You can just.
When I'm in your store. Yeah. Is both you and your salesperson who is helping me said, we look at all of the fragrances and you tend toward lines that are unisex.
100%. Yeah.
Everybody.
And that's
universal.
Niche perfume generally.
And it should be, because who cares? I have shared space with straight men who exclusively wear women's perfume because they're like, it smells amazing. And I'm trying to appeal to women. Why wouldn't I?
My goat, Lamar Jackson, quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay, thank you for explaining.
Wears women's, or tends to wear more feminine fragrances.
I love that.
I think,
have you sent him anything?
No, I would love to. I need his P.O. box.
Oh my
Lamar,
gosh.
if you're listening. He's
get his agent on the phone.
He doesn't have one. He doesn't have one. That's a big, that's a conversation for another time. But he does not have an agent. Makes contract negotiation a little bit difficult. But
we were talking about unisex.
I think
approachability.
I like niche fragrance for that because they don't really market. Sometimes they're going to put something in a pretty pink bottle. Mm-hmm. One of my favorites is Guidance by Amouage, the same brand I'm wearing today. Mm-hmm. And it comes in a pink bottle, but it's kind of an ode to the salt flats in Oman. So that's why it's that kind of blush pink color. I don't think there is anything wrong with saying this perfume is feminine or this perfume is masculine. Yeah. I think it's good to be open-minded. Like your nose will tell you. Your
nose will tell you. And what I found when I went into your store was, while I tend toward masculine things, sometimes I will smell something with floral in it that surprises me. I want to say one of the other notes in my signature is, gosh, I can't even think of it's like iris or something. Yeah. And I'm like, or jasmine. Mm-hmm. Jasmine, if you tell me to smell jasmine, I'm like, ugh.
Yes,
but I'm pretty sure it's one of those two might be in there.
And I always tell people don't
read the notes.
Note list and go, oh, I'm not gonna like that because I don't like this. You are potentially cutting yourself off from the best thing you've ever smelled because
John,
you're looking at the notes. Jasmine specifically, or white florals specifically,
I'm
I
pretty sure
tend to
that's
not
what it
like
is.
them.
Yeah.
However, the fragrance I'm wearing today has white florals.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It has iris. So it's not just, perfumers aren't just taking a note and throwing it into the perfume.
You're right.
They're putting it in the perfume, and then they're using other elements to color it a certain way or shape it or mold it how
Right.
they want it to come across. So not every floral dominant perfume with jasmine with tuberose is going to smell like Chanel No. 5.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
it's men, be open to florals, women, be open to, you know, I find women are very open-minded on things, and a lot of our customers are very open-minded.
Yeah.
Like I will give that caveat, like, hey, like, don't let the, you know, note of rose fool you or whatever. And I get the same reaction, like, oh, I don't care. And I
Yeah.
love that. But,
Yeah.
you know, it depends on who I'm talking to. It's like some people are just, they've never worn fragrance or they're wearing it for the first time in 15 years.
Yeah.
So like, I want to just.
Well, I want to tell a couple of personal stories, if you don't mind, about my experience in your shop. And this is just, again, to like gas you up, but to tell people if they're looking for a really custom experience, a really warm and friendly and unsalesy experience. I highly recommend your shop. And the intention, our podcast has nothing to do with like selling things. So this is just me being passionate about your offerings.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was really, truly
yeah.
like a lovely, lovely store experience. Two things. I went in to your store, said the things I thought I liked, the things I thought I didn't like. Your employee did not waste my time. I said that I had a sensitive nose, so I was like, I can't smell 50. I mean, most people can't smell 50 things, but Lyric was very choosy with what was presented to me.
Yeah.
I have not yet had experience. I had experience over the phone with your other employee, which is
Ashley.
Ashley.
Yeah.
I have not had the pleasure of meeting her, but I did speak to her on the phone. What was clear to me is your employees match your passion and they know their stuff. So I'm being handed, you know, a piece of paper with something on it, and their laundry listing kind of what the impression will be before it even like hits my nose, which I love that kind of guidance.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. And then I wanted to say two things happened that were really unique. One, I came into your store. I found what I would describe as a very, very masculine, very ballsy scent. I was sold. It was like one of the most interesting things. Heavy, 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 heavy. To me, it smelled like being on a motorcycle. I have a motorcycle. My husband rides.
Yeah.
It's deep. And I bought a full bottle. You didn't have it in. You had to have it. You were out of it.
Yeah.
I should say. So it was ordered. I wore it home, and my daughter hated it to the point
You're
where
around her a good bit.
I
would
want
think so,
her
you know.
to want to be close to me.
Of course, yeah.
And her first impression, I didn't say anything. She said, "Ugh,
Yeah.
what are you, Mom, what's that smell?" And I kind of paused and I was like, "Hey, I got a new," and she was like, "Let me get closer." She smelled it up close. Now, that scent I noticed after I left the store dried down to me very rubbery, which is interesting because, a little side note, my daughter actually is one of those people that likes, like I love a musty basement smell.
Yeah.
Dirt,
Yeah.
wet, mossy. Our daughter loves like gasoline. So
Yeah.
she's not opposed to a chemical scent.
Yeah.
And I tried it. I snuck it in 2 more days. And every time and subtle, like a whisper of a spray.
Yep.
And she called me out and I was like, shit, I cannot buy this.
Yeah, it's too.
I called, you said Ashley?
Yeah.
Ashley was lovely. I said, hey, can I swap this? Can we do, whatever. She was like, no problem. I'm going to refund it right now. Like, come back in. Let's find you something. The other interesting thing was I had purchased, well, you generously gave me some samples too, but I had purchased a couple of samples for friends of mine and for my husband to find him a new signature. He hasn't worn scent in years and years. And one of the things that I pulled for a good friend of ours, he ended up not liking. I liked it so much that I got a sample for myself. I wore it. It's a cannabis scent, which I'm not even a weed smoker.
Is that sweet leaf?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy a bottle of that.
It's super good.
The dry down on that is really incensey too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of adjacent to another fragrance that I really like, but it's wearable for me.
It's very wearable. It starts, cannabis heavy.
True.
And then but that's
it's a quick hit, no pun intended.
A quick scene.
Yeah.
It's not like, that's one you could almost wear to work as long as your drive takes 15 or 20 minutes.
Exactly. Because I have sprayed, and I lost my damn sample too. So I'm like, I need to
we'll get you one.
pop by your store. But then brought some stuff home for my beloved. We tried a bunch of stuff. We liked it all. I think there were 3 or 4. We liked all of them. We didn't fall in love.
Yeah.
So he was like, and like taking him shopping as like a personal nightmare for him. But he was like, I will go in. We walked in and it was the very first fucking fragrance that you pulled. And you were like, okay, so here's where we've been. And like, what do you like? And what do you like, Jonathan? You pulled it out. I think he liked it so much immediately you sprayed it on him. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, babe, come over. And I was like, I am crazy about that. It's very sexy.
Bee Cafe.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so good.
Delicious. Juice box.
It's so
yummy.
good.
Bought a full bottle. Done and done. He's so happy.
It's
Thank you.
Of course. That was fun.
He's giggling.
It's one of my favorites. I obviously can never expect people to have my taste when they come in, but it's when I find that there are commonalities between my taste and whoever comes in, I'm like, oh, great.
You might
this
like
is gonna
this.
be fun. Like, because I love all of our brands, so I'm passionate about all of them. But then when I'm showing something that I wear quite frequently and people really love it, I'm like, oh yeah, there's a.
I feel like an asshole, John, because I will say, I mentioned earlier and I mentioned when we met, this has been the fragrance I wear is the only fragrance I've ever worn that I will not tell people what it is.
Yeah.
Because I've had so many people love what I'm wearing, coworkers who will then start to wear it. Then I can't wear it anymore because.
I know what you mean.
And if a woman stops me on the street and is like, oh my God, babe, where'd you get those boots? I'm like, they're on sale right now at this place. Go get them. Like, enjoy. I'm not stingy or competitive, but
you have to have the one thing.
The one that I keep for myself that only my like inner circle knows is because my daughter says it smells like me.
Yeah.
And that is like so precious to me.
Of course.
I just am like, I don't want people that I commune with
to smell like you.
To smell like me.
I think it's I totally get that and respect that. I especially nowadays, like, one, I can't gatekeep anything because I wear a lot of what we carry in store. I'm happy to tell you, come by. But
yeah, please. Of course you would.
Even in my collection, I'm like, I wear something different every day.
Yeah, so you like play the field as you would.
Time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Every day. Sometimes 2 things a day.
I mean, the power of fragrance is such that I went home maybe a year ago and someone I don't see very often, but a friend of mine for many years, I walked into a bar. He was playing a show at the bar and I was like, hi. And he was like, he's very dry and very sweet. He was like, what are you wearing? What's that perfume?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm not telling you. He's like, come on, man. I was like, no, I don't. It is like I will not tell you.
Yeah.
He texted me a week later when I got back home. He goes, now, are you going to tell me now? And I was like, no, I'm not. And knowing him, he is so like fashion forward. I'm like, is this for you or your wife? He's like, I don't know. I'm crazy about it.
We got to become friends because I'm dying to know.
Well,
obviously,
you know what?
You're like, yeah, good luck, kid.
And it's not even something that's like so special and can't be found. I'll tell you what, John, for coming here today, when we're done,
I'll never tell a soul.
Do you promise?
On camera.
Okay.
Actually, wait, this is more official. That's like, are we in frame?
Yeah.
I want to get that shake in frame.
Okay.
Add it to the
contract.
The form. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll re-sign it.
You know what I can't wait to see? If you know the line and if you've ever smelled anything from it.
I know. I'm
okay,
curious.
good.
I'm curious.
I'm going to give that as a little gift to you. If you promise me not to carry it in your store.
I won't.
Okay.
I won't.
Okay.
I don't think. I can't shake on that. Because it might be a brand I've already eyed up that so I can't promise that. But I most likely I would be stunned if it's a part of a collection that we are planning to bring in.
Wouldn't that be something?
That would kind of be cool.
The universe works in mysterious ways.
But I would never tell anyone
that I wear it.
If they're your friends. I hope your friends aren't listening. I'll point them in a different direction.
Yeah.
but these are all big hypotheticals.
I also tell my girlfriends, like one of my best girlfriends, back when, when everyone first started being aware of Molecule, which I know you carry, excellent, beautiful, warm, skin, delicious fragrance. I actually stopped a woman in a department store and I was like, I'm overcome right now. Will you please, if you do tell people what you're wearing?
It's so good.
It's so good. It's so sexy.
It is.
I wore that for years and one of my best girlfriends, Mimi, was crazy about it. And she was like, do you care if I wear it? And I'm like, bitch, you live in a whole ass another state. Enjoy.
For real. Yep.
And then my mother liked it too. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with it. I'd worn it for like 3 to 4 years and it became very popular.
Yep.
I was smelling it on other women. And I was like, my stepdad is very, even more sensitive than I am. And she cannot wear fragrance around him. And so I gave it to her to wear when she's outside of the house.
There's some other molecules
that I should smell.
Yeah, I'll have to put you onto those.
Okay.
Because I can't smell Molecule 1. I get little whiffs of it. It's subtle to the wearer. It's not that subtle to the people around you. Like people really, that's why it's so complimented. People really can.
Yeah.
And last point about the sprays, like a lot of people don't want to be overwhelming with their perfume, and I understand that. It depends on the strength of what you're wearing.
Yeah.
The only repercussions I've had of spraying a bit more fragrance than just 1 or 2 and walking through it is that I get more people going, man, you smell good.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't wear it for compliments. You know what I mean?
No.
But
well,
it's not. I mean, who doesn't love getting a compliment?
Well, going back to fashion and, of course, fragrance is an accessory as well, Jonathan always says to me, and he's correct, first of all, I ran out of time this morning before we met to get breakfast, and he loves and knows me so well. He was like, he texts me. He's like, I'm running out to get you breakfast right now. And I was like, you're so sexy
that's a good man
right now.
Right there.
And years ago, he said to me, he's like, oh, honey, I had purchased, I think it was a watch. It was an interesting watch. And he goes, oh, yeah, of course you bought that watch, honey. It's a conversation piece.
Yep.
He goes, you love putting on things that make people want to talk to you. He's like, that's your move. And I was like,
even if it's subconscious. Yeah.
I was like, oh, when he articulated it, I was like, you're right.
Yeah.
I want people, I want to talk about it. And I'm doing it as a subconscious way to connect with people. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, that's a big thing. I think probably a lot of people do that, whether they realize it or not. I'm sure I do that because I just
you light
I
up.
love talking to people.
I can see it.
I do. Like I better.
Yeah, you better.
I better.
Okay, how's the business going? What's tell me how things are right now, what you maybe have planned for the future.
Yeah.
Tell me.
I could cry if I thought about it too much. It just in a great way. Like it's just beyond beyond my wildest dreams. I mean, it's been incredible. From day one, but like recently, I would say like the back half of 2025 and into the start of this year, it's just been so fun. And meeting a lot of people, and people love perfume. It's like when I was growing up, that was not a
large swath.
No, not like it is now with younger people.
Our of course, our grandparents and our parents, they did tend more toward, we've talked about the mass-produced, the department store brands, which there's nothing wrong with those brands at all. Chanel No. 5 is a classic for a reason.
No doubt.
But there weren't a million choices, and now there are. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I know. It's like a whole, no matter if you want to wear something that smells like you, like you do, then great. And I think most people do.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to, if you want to be somebody else that day.
Yeah, and sometimes we do.
I could do that.
Yeah.
You can do that with perfume, which I think is cool. It's a mood shifter. It's a confidence booster. It kind of puts you into certain moods. But yeah, it's been going just super well. I'm beyond grateful to everybody that's to you guys that have come into the store.
You deserve it. You deserve this success.
Thank you for saying that. I don't feel as though I deserve anything, but I feel like I am blessed anyway.
Yeah.
That which is humbling. So yeah, it's been awesome. 2026 is going to be fun. We have a lot of we love to do like in-person brand events where we have like owners of brands come in.
I've seen that online.
So we'll be doing a lot of that this year with brands that we've not had in before, some brands that we have had in before but have new perfumes coming. And then we have a lot of new brands that will be coming into the store.
How many lines are you planning on, like just ballpark adding?
This year we'll probably bring on, I would say 8.
Yeah, that's nice.
I would say 8.
You have a small space, a really comfortable space, but you have a lot of diversity in your offerings. Very impressive.
That's the goal. I don't want to overwhelm people. We're not going to have 100 brands ever.
Yeah.
I just want to there's a million brands I love.
Yeah.
But as the longer we've been doing this, I'm figuring out what our customers love. Mm-hmm. And there's enough out there that I can bring in something that I really believe in and am passionate about, but our customers also think is just incredible. So I think it's just finding that, finding those brands. And I think we have a strong lineup. There's a few that are for sure. There's a few that there's a lot of options, frankly. So I'm just
How many scents do you have in your store roughly right now? Because I couldn't even I'm not very good at visually assessing things, but
I'm not 100% sure there.
Yeah.
But I would say
I couldn't even
maybe
guess.
a little north of 300, maybe.
Gosh, it doesn't even seem like that many in the best way.
Yeah, I think they're all placed by brand.
Yeah.
So it's like we have 35 brands.
Yeah.
So we maybe have like 8 to 12 per line.
It's such a well curated offering. Again, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to throw a little curveball. How are we doing on time, darling?
Hour 45.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to close up a little in here in a little bit. But so we have a guest in the studio today. Chris is our new videographer for our sister agency, Artists and Outlaws. It's his, Chris, is it your second day? It's only his second day, so he's sitting in. And when he found out that you were the owner of a fragrance boutique here in town, he was like, "Oh, I know that guy." And he's like, I mean, I've seen him on social media. And he's like, I'm a scent nerd too. And I was like, well, I am, but I'm not like, I don't make videos about it or anything. And he was like, yeah, I used to. So.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So Chris, what is I'm putting you on the spot, darling. Don't be afraid. You can do it. What is a question that you have for John, being a lover of fragrance?
So I'm not too big into niche. I have like 4 or 5 niche fragrances.
Cool.
He's not too into niche, but he has 4 or 5, just so we can hear it.
My favorite fragrance that I have that has been that way since I smelled it is Spice Bomb Extreme.
Yeah.
By Victor and Rolf.
Yep.
I have Parfums Marley Harrod, which is kind of in the same ballpark. So
for sure.
What's something that you have in your store that would be like Spice Bomb Extreme?
Ooh, I love this.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yes.
So Spice Bomb
Flower
Extreme.
Bomb, Spice Bomb. It's a fun. Yeah.
I love spice. Like, I think now the best is the Spice Bomb Extreme of that line. But early on, like the first 5 bottles I had was Spice Bomb, the original. In that territory, I would say something like maybe Gris Charnel Extrait by BDK. It's very cardamom heavy.
Oh, yummy.
And there's black tea and fig and tonka bean and sandalwood. So it's kind of like, it's in that space of very spicy and a little bit more dark, but without being redundant. Like if you have Spice Bomb, you know, you don't want something too close to it. I would say maybe something like Cavort by Fragrance du Bois. It's something I feel like, you know, when I think of Spice Bomb Extreme, I think of like wintertime or just fall through to spring. Because it's very heavy. It's in the name, you know, it's extreme, it's spicy, and it's dark. I think Cavort has elements of that kind of spiciness that provides, and to some extent a similar level of sweetness, but it's fresher. So it doesn't smell like a fresher Spice Bomb, but it's spicy, it's fresh, it's woody, it's a bit sweet, and I think it has a high versatility. And I'm going to think of one more for you.
Oh my gosh. The Magician at Work. This is my favorite thing. This will be my favorite thing I do in the next 2 weeks. Like just listening to this exercise.
I'm going to have to say maybe,
or just like, what's your favorite gourmand? Because I like gourmands.
My favorite gourmand, that's kind of easy. It's called Mooncake by Denam. It's, I'm not a huge gourmand person. I like things that are gourmand adjacent, but Mooncake is like a tried and true gourmand, like full stop gourmand, edible, but it is done in a way that is like, it's sweet, so it will satisfy the gourmand lover, but it's not so saccharine that it's like what you were saying about, you know, overly like cotton candy, like ice, buttercream icing sweetness. Think of a dessert, in this case, a mooncake. I've never eaten a mooncake. It's a Chinese dessert. But you put something into the oven, and you bake it for 15 minutes, but you baked it for 16 minutes. So it's not burnt, but the edges are starting to slightly brown. That is what I get from this, where there's this mild... it smells like a dessert that is crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside. And there's golden syrup. So you get not overly maple smelling, because I don't love maple syrup type perfumes. So the golden syrup is perfectly done. It's not that way. And then you get really interesting notes. You get salted egg yolk accord. It kind of thickens it up a little bit and like kind of like when you eat a chocolate chip cookie with a little bit of sea salt on top. It gives that kind of feeling.
Pineapple bun, if you've ever had one.
Sure, yeah. It's like
Egg yolk
that.
custard, yeah.
Yes, and mooncake isn't fruity, but there's that salted egg yolk accord. There's mung bean, which is so strange. There's honey in there, and that I think is maybe what is giving that kind of burnt feeling. It's almost like a burnt honey experience. It's just, we have a gourmand coming possibly later this year. It's pretty high price tag with a capital P on pretty high. That is an exceptional gourmand, but for me personally right now, mooncake, Denam, best gourmand that I think I've ever smelled, and my favorite we have in store. And we have a lot of gourmands.
So you have to go in, is what I'm hearing. You're going to go in.
There's probably between 5 and 80 more that I could list that I think you would like, but that's a good starting point, I think.
Let's talk about price point too, because one of the many things that I was impressed with as well is, you know, and typically I don't spend as much time with someone on like their business, but it is kind of who you are, and I love that. What I loved is it was pointed out when something was a little bit more spendy for a bottle. It was like, hey, this is a higher, without me even asking, in like just a very gentle way. Mm-hmm. I think that's part of creating a friendly environment and making things accessible. Accessible rather. So you do offer, tell me about your sampling and what people can like walk away with and kind of the price points and your range.
For sure. So sampling, like we make samples of everything in store. So we have samples that start at $10, they cap at $15. Even if it's a very high price point fragrance, you can get a sample for $15. If you find a bottle that you love and you want to take it with you, we kind of send you with a healthy portion of samples. I think it's just a good thing for, you know, from a business perspective. Obviously, you want people to find fragrances they love. Yeah. But I think for me, being a consumer for so long, man, I'm happy I got my bottle that I wanted, but I'm pretty stoked to try some of these samples.
Well, and magic can happen there, right? It's like I told you, something that I got for things that I got for my husband, I thought one of these will work. Yeah. None of them did. One that I got for somebody else didn't work for him, worked for me.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
It's a huge thing to say. There gets to a certain point, we have a lot of collectors that come in. Mm-hmm. If you are a collector, you can smell something on paper, say, "Ooh, I really like that." Put it on skin. You're like, "Yeah, I'm going to take that. I'm going to get a bottle."
Yeah.
But for somebody that is like, maybe you have 1 or 2 fragrances, or you have not worn fragrance in some time, like, get some samples.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to be like a signature scent person. Make sure it's worthy of that for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, make sure. I might feel like, oh, if you like this, you're going to like this. This would be a great signature scent. Don't let me influence you.
Of course.
Like, it's not about that's why I'm like, I love it because I do not need to sell anything. I need to
pay the mortgage,
sell product to pay the bills. But what I'm saying is, like, I don't have to sell someone on something.
Yeah.
Like, if you come through our door, we're not like, you know, we're not.
There's not an expectation to buy.
There's never an expectation to buy. If you come in, you're at least curious about fragrance. There's so many options, and they sell themselves. If you're looking for perfume and you find something that you're like, oh man, this is great.
Yeah.
Then what do I don't need to say anything. Yeah. I will, because I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
But
we love that about you.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't need to say anything.
Yeah.
To try to get you to. I can give you what's in it. I can give you the longevity you can expect. Mileage may vary.
Yeah.
But like, generally, I can just give you a rundown, and if you like it enough, then you sample it. And if you wear it and you love it, you get it.
Well, I know one of the things that you said when Jonathan and I were in there together is like how you can pretty much tell for most people. I mean, I had to tell Lyric, I was like, if my face looks like I'm in pain, I'm probably in love with it. Yeah. That happens with food at restaurants too. Like I look like I'm having an aneurysm, but I'm like,
It's like music when somebody plays something.
It's like you stinky face.
Stinky face.
Yeah. I have stinky face when I like something. So like
Same.
A couple times Lyric was like, you hate it. And I'm like, no, I'm in love. I'm having an existential,
Yeah, you're having
I'm communing with the universe right now. Leave me alone. But when Jonathan came in and it had to have been the juice box fragrance, the one that he wears. And I'm sorry, I'm just openly talking about what you wear, and I'm all shady.
No, we're
with
using
mine.
code names. What we've said he wears, he might not actually be wearing.
He might not
it's an
actually
alias.
wear. Exactly. But you made mention of looking at his face when he smelled it and my face too, and knowing like, when you've nailed it.
There is I think one of the things that I love to do is really like look and take note of people's
It's psychology.
immediate reactions because we're smelling a lot.
Yeah.
Once I figure out your taste, we might find 5 fragrances, 8 fragrances that you really enjoy.
Yes.
The goal would be to find the one that you reacted best to and get that on skin and see how you feel.
Yeah.
And then the other ones that you really liked, we can send you with samples of those.
Yeah.
But the one that you had the best reaction to, that's like, it's like seeing, a series of movies, like a saga.
Yeah.
There's 8 movies.
Yeah.
But there's one
There's
that you
one
like
that's
the
your
most.
favorite.
The one that you like them all, but there's one you've watched more than the others. Like we're trying to find that one.
This is such a sidebar, and I know we're trying to wrap up, but I could talk about this for another 5 hours at least.
Yeah, me too.
There was a new Japanese higher price point in your Japanese line that came in, and I sprayed it on me, and I was crazy about it. What's
amazing.
it called?
It's called Japanese Whiskey by Denom. Same brand that has Mooncake. Yeah.
Yes.
That has become, I just put a video out today on socials about talking about my most worn fragrances of last year. And Japanese whiskey was
That's
on
the
there.
new one. Like you would just,
So it's, at the time it was very
so
new.
like, what is it, 3 months ago or something?
Yeah,
Yes.
it was very new to our store at the time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wore that sucker home. I loved it for the first 2 hours, and it got sweet on me.
Yeah, it could.
It was either sweet or powdery. It was one of the two, and I was like, I'm telling you, at an hour and a half in, I was like, guess I'm going to spend this much money because I'm crazy about this. And then
that would, I think like,
and it's me, it's not.
well, it might, and it might be your skin. I think like the times that people have things in their collection, they're like, I got this a couple years ago and I don't wear it because I love the smell, but on my skin, it doesn't work. I'm like, spray your clothes, honey.
Yeah.
Like, your clothes aren't going to do what the skin will do.
In fairness, the next day I did try it on clothes, and it was like it had a base like dry down note that I was like, ooh, I like everything
but that.
Yeah. And it was just untenable for me.
Nutty.
Maybe that was
it. Could
it.
be that. There's chestnut in there.
It's beautiful though.
It's amazing.
Gosh, it's gorgeous.
It's amazing. I want one.
Yeah.
I want one. Like, I don't really take anything ever.
Really?
No. But I do want.
You should have one.
Yeah, I kind of want one.
Did you give yourself a little treat last year? Could be your treat for 2025.
No, but I will say, like, we were out of stock in a lot.
Oh, really?
And so I'm like last week.
Oh.
And so I'm like, okay.
You have to wait for your bottle.
Because there's things we have one left of, or we have none, or
that was the case with my original that I found, which I'm still like, oh, it smells so interesting.
Yeah. I think, we can always have samples you can keep for a couple of years and revisit. And maybe your
when
daughter's
she's out of the house,
taste will change. Well, her taste might change. But,
yeah, true.
We have, I'm not going to say the name of it yet, but we have one coming that is a leather, but it's fruity.
Okay.
And it's got a little bit of a gasoline feel to it.
Okay. She might like that
Oh,
one.
it's good. It's good.
Okay, I can't wait.
It's stronger than the one you got, though.
Shut
yeah.
it down. No way. That one is like a punch in the teeth.
Yeah, this one is a kick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Kick's a little stronger than a punch, I think.
Ooh.
It's a monster.
Okay.
But the brand is just known for that. They make room fillers, you know, and you control that.
Yeah, of course.
You know, you can do just one spray to the back of the neck, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Not going to hurt anybody, but they're strong.
Yeah. I love that. Well, again, John, thank you so much for your time.
This was so fun.
Oh, it was so fun listening to you. And this is a very niche podcast, but they kind of all are. It's like we try to do a good job in our descriptors of like, hey, we're talking about therapy, we're talking about family dynamics, we're talking about communication.
We're talking about football and then perfume.
Football, fashion, and fragrance, baby.
That's
the three Fs.
The three great Fs of my life.
I just wrote my show description
Yeah,
there.
yeah, I love it. That's the title of the episode.
Thank you, John.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Our show is executive produced by Sherry Day, Farley Day, and John Arnold. Produced, edited, and engineered by Jonathan Kosick. Extra creative magic provided by other fine folks at our sister agency, Artists and Outlaws, including design by Josh Ford and digital management by Nate Hook. If you live in the Nashville area or are visiting soon and want to be a guest, email us at jonathan@freshconsumables.com. That's JONATHAN@freshconsumables.com. Want to hear more of Surprisingly's meaningful and unpredictable conversations? Subscribe now wherever you get your podcasts. I'm your host, Bridget Dinahan.